So like for me, maybe it's like God's calling me to do such and such. And I'm like, oh, I'll have to pray, and well, not to get
Yes,
ready, but
yeah.
well, let me think and let me just take. And is it easier for you to like, God's called me to do this? Yes.
Because somehow I think whatever whatever happened at that moment of that prayer,
Yeah.
I have felt so loved and so absolutely. In many ways, uh, I had a great suffering of not having father
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
My birth father.
Yeah.
In fact, today is his birthday. It's
Oh.
beautiful. Yeah, and he was born on
Oh wow.
him and his twin brother was born on Feast of Archangels.
Oh.
So, yeah. So he was not participated much in my life, because he suffered tremendously. He was a war veteran of Afghanistan,
Okay.
so he had to face a lot of suffering, and
That
yeah,
prayer.
yeah, that prayer was so intense for me, and through that prayer I literally experienced God's presence as the Father who loves me,
Yeah.
and it did something to me, so absolutely transformational, let's put it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I was so convinced of his existence and his presence that in 2 weeks my life was entirely changed. I have cut off all the relationship that could somehow intervene with this new life that I'm having.
Yeah.
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 It was so radical.
Yeah.
And I actually, and it happened to be, it was just before I moved to Chippewa Falls. And moving to Chippewa Falls, I have met a couple who were Catholics, and I was very interested at that time already what the Catholic Church have to offer.
Yeah.
And I was when I first time participated in Holy Mass, it was at the Sacred Heart of Jesus in Eau Claire.
Okay.
And it was so amazing. When I saw the Holy Mass and what priest was doing at the altar, at that time I was like, well, what is he doing at this table? It's like,
Yeah.
what is he doing? It's so amazing.
Yeah.
I knew it was the truth.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had no doubt that Catholic Church has some very fundamental truth that I just need to discover.
Yeah.
I guess it was grace.
So the prayer you pray with your grandma, and that moment really came to even more life going to Mass, that just brought all of that out into this intense reality.
Intense reality, yes.
Yeah.
And let's say when I say distant, he's definitely in complete presence, in complete presence around us, and in complete presence in us,
Yeah. Yeah.
So we receive very body of Christ through the sacraments.
Yeah.
I can choose, to be far, or I can choose to be very close. That's the freedom that God gives us.
Yeah. Yeah.